I am 55, lost my life savings to medical debt in my 40s. Have always worked, love my trade, but around the time when I was rebuilding, the pandemic hit. I put my career on hold to care for my mother who became critically ill. I don't regret that decision one bit. She was a hell of a woman that sacrificed for everyone her entire life, but caregiving wipes you out in every way possible, mentally, financially, emotionally. She died last summer and left me the house, a 50-year-old ranch house, 4-bedroom, appraised $440K, and $295K in a savings account. Here's the dilemma. I can stay in the house, needs about $4K on the plumbing work, and eventually a roof which has been replaced once. Some renovations, kitchen and the bathrooms, would add another $10K. The house itself is old but great, new appliances, water heater, AC, etc. It's in a quiet, friendly and established neighborhood, close to everything. I have no debt, my truck is paid off, so my expenses are now $1,700 a month. It's insane. I have never had such low expenses, even as a kid. But a lot of my friends tell me it would make more sense for me to move out into a smaller place and sell it before the Phoenix market crashes or the house otherwise starts sinking in value. Buddy last night said it always makes sense to take cash. No brainer. Rent is atrocious in Phoenix, so I could buy somewhere smaller and, I assume, make a profit, but I will just turn around and have to buy again. I don't know if it's worth the trouble, even in this old house. Oh, I forgot to mention the furniture in the house is worth around $15K, which I also inherited. And I wouldn't mind having a roommate, if anything, just for the company, but a bit of money from the rent would be nice, of course. Listen, I don't have a lot. I am okay with that. I feel rich in life in other ways. I love my life, even now. I just want to make the most of what I have and, as I said, I am really overwhelmed. Sell, stay. Really appreciate any guidance you can give me, thank you.
I'm confused as to why you can't afford to keep it if you inherited $295K in an account and a paid-off house. Did I miss something? I don't see living in the house being unaffordable, even with the $15K in repairs you mentioned. Why would you want to sell such a big asset like a house when you already have almost $300K in an account and such low expenses?
No, you aren't missing anything. It's how I explained it. It's because that's all I have. I am really influenced by my friends who own multiple homes, lots of assets, cash flow. Since I am in my 50s, I am feeling a crunch to get as much money as possible before I retire. But if my health holds up, I don't want to retire. So, yeah, you aren't missing anything. I am just not seeing clearly. Maybe asking for advice from friends is the lesson I am learning here.
Most experts recommend to not make any major decisions about inheritances for at least 1 calendar year. If you currently have a free, paid-off house and a cash buffer in the bank, take some time to breathe. And to grieve. Look into another job. If there is a Costco near you, they have great benefits that are available to part-time workers who work 25 hours a week. Costco may not hire again until closer to September for the holidays, but they might hire in the spring. You start off as seasonal, and after a set time period, they will offer you a part-time position if you are a hard worker with a good attitude. It sounds, Ike, you have both, but have been out of work for a while due to life circumstances. Starbucks and I believe Target also offer health insurance to part-time workers. I'm not sure what type of job you did before, but these are an option to ease yourself back into the workforce.
Don't measure your life value by your net worth. Seems like being settled and debt-free is precisely where you want to be with your life. On the surface, you have a nice nest egg to invest in the upgrades, and you have the positive memories, along with the rest in the house with your mother. You'll have plenty of time to spend with your friends, and at this point in your life, you probably recognize, as I do, that that's what will make you the happiest. Selling and buying doesn't gain you more value, though. Just extract some of the value of the house into liquid assets. You would have to sell, then have the market crash, then buy. And that obviously is not a plan. Right now you have $440K of value in today's dollars in a house that you own outright. It's relatively inflation-proof since it isn't cash, and from what it sounds, the location is awesome, which you have to count as value as well. There's no telling what you would get if you sold. It sounds like you're financially okay, so honestly, if you like the house, and it's your mother's, so there's probably some sentimental value, I would stay. And if you want to get a roommate, go for it. You'll cut into those monthly expenses even more, and you won't have to sell your mom's house. Your buddy is looking at this purely financially. But so much of life is beyond the dollars and cents. He could be right. You might net yourself 50 cows if you time it just right. But ask yourself, 20 years down the road, will you value a few extra dollars or 20 years of a life you love? Your buddy might like the money, but that's not everyone. If you love your life and it's sustainable, there's absolutely no reason to change it. You have an awesome setup, and so many people never stop chasing long enough to enjoy what they have. Being happy is worth every $, or lack thereof.
Thank you guys so much. Just 2 things I have to say because I am having some trouble responding to everyone. First, apologies for sounding like a jerk on the cash poor. I only have $295K. That's a lesson in humility, so thanks for setting me straight on that. For someone who lost much more in my life savings, you would think I would know better.